It'll be like the old days. You and me, stars on the radio. Remember those commercials we did for the soap opera Star Cruise? He sang a few bars of the jingle, and Cindy's mind drifted back 20 years to the recording session for the commercials, back to when she and Jay were 22 years old. A hot, young, singing married couple playing a hot, young, singing married couple on a popular soap opera. They'd been on for 2 seasons, just enough to build the beginning of a fan base. Then they both came out as gay and got divorced. The press had been so cruel, and the advertisers, terrified of alienating anyone, demanded the producers remove the gay couple from the air, which they quickly did. She smiled softly, despite herself. Painful as the end had been, the memories of their TV career were mostly nice now. Nostalgia was a beautiful thing. "Interesting," Cindy said, trying to sound non-committal without letting him down. Cindy admired the blonde hair that fell into his eyes boyishly as he talked about his big, creative idea, the only kind of idea he felt was worth excitement. At some point, she'd need to tell him they couldn't afford to keep spending so much on marketing. Soon, but not now. It was so hard to give Jay bad news. "Interesting?" Jay said, popping one of the caffeine pills he seemed to go through like candy. "That's it? Come on, Cindy. Do you like it? I think it would really get the word out." Cindy touched her ear, trying to think of what to say. She was wearing her favorite earrings, a pair of emeralds once owned by Marlena Dietrich, and the reminder instantly made her feel a little better. Jay had saved for months to buy them as her wedding gift when she'd married Esther 10 years ago. She saw Jay notice her touching them, felt the warmth and love in his toothy grin. It was almost enough to stave off the pangs of sorrow that came when anything reminded her of Esther. Almost. She needed all of Jay's warmth and love now more than ever. The store had been a dream she'd had for years, first with Jay and then with Esther. One day, she and Esther had told each other, they'd move to Palm Springs full-time and sell movie memorabilia in an adorable little store. They'd talked about the idea during the commercial breaks on Turner Classic Movies, cuddled up with popcorn, fantasizing about one day owning a shop filled with props and costumes from the movies they loved and wanted to preserve for eternity. When Esther died, Cindy decided one day needed to be now, and so, a few years before her financial plan had dictated, she'd decided it was time to make the leap for a new career. Now, the business wasn't working, and Esther wasn't here to help her figure out what to do. She was saved from having to respond when the front door opened, their first visitor in hours. The stranger appeared to be in his 50s, full hair, but all white, and wearing a well-cut baby blue blazer and khakis over an ample stomach, boat shoes and a skinny tie with whales. Very Palm Springs. Conspicuous wealth, but clearly a man of leisure. "Nice shop," the man said, running his hand along the surface of a dining room table used in a bunch of low-budget direct-to-VHS horror films in the 80s. "Thank you," Jay said, walking toward him. "Welcome to Hooray for Hollywood movie memorabilia, our little slice of old Hollywood in a Palm Springs strip mall." He was smooth, practiced. This was why he was in charge of all their public outreach. "What can we help you find today?" Cindy asked. The man smiled. "Unfortunately, I'm not here to buy something." Cindy felt her heart sink. "But I may have an opportunity for you that's much more interesting." "Color me intrigued," Cindy said, trying to keep the disappointment out of her voice. "More interesting than money?"